Ah!
What was that?
My hip.
Wow. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and another video.
So the plan for this video was not to be inside sitting here like we are right now. We did want to go out and do a little photo shoot kind of with each other in it and some kind of coupley photos and just, yeah, kind of a little lifestyle photo shoot. But the weather is not playing ball. It's literally been raining all day today and pretty much all of yesterday as well, so pretty much an inside day. So that's why we're doing this video now. First of all, before we get into it, we would like to thank everybody that joined us on the live stream. Was that last week?
Yeah, but it was so much fun.
It was
really
fun.
Enjoyed it.
Thanks everybody that joined us and just asked questions and kept us from just having to sit there by ourselves and be kind of awkward.
I think we all had a good time, and you guys seem to be looking forward to some more live streams too, so we definitely look forward to doing more of those.
Yeah, we'll probably do one, probably be another one quite soon again, but we post it early and you'll get to see it and stuff and know when it's coming. Also, I got myself some new glasses in case you're wondering.
We're like, who's this? Also, we wanted to say a big thank you because we just hit 1,000 subscribers, which is like the first big milestone, which is very exciting.
Yeah, thanks to everybody that subscribed and watches the videos and comments and stuff. We really appreciate it, and we hope you find something useful in there or entertaining some way or other. And we've got lots more to come. We've also got a little trip coming that we may or may not reschedule for like next week if the rain keeps going the way it is. Because can't really take photos and do stuff in that sort of weather.
Hopefully it clears up a little and we can get away for a couple of days because that will be fun. We want to go actually further south this time, so yeah, hopefully we can get there.
Yeah, down towards Dublin direction. I'm sure a lot of you may have seen pictures and stuff. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. So hopefully we can get that going. It'll be good weather and stuff. But for this video, we wanted to just quickly run through some of the essential items or accessories that we take with us everywhere we go if we're recording video or photo. We actually got a comment, it was probably a good few weeks ago from now, from somebody that mentioned this and said they would like to see a video on the essential camera accessories that you guys use. So,
so this is for you.
This is literally it. We're just going to run through them. We're not going to blabber on and just let you guys know what we use day to day.
So when it comes to camera accessories, there's an endless list of things that you can have for your camera. But today we are talking essentials. So things that we find we really would struggle without, or we really just find that it makes our work flow a little bit easier. And that's what we're gonna show you today, all the key things. So let's start with a very basic one.
The most basic.
Probably the most basic.
It's a little lens wipe, a lens cloth. It's a little microfiber cloth. I'm sure all you guys have it. If you've got a camera, normally it comes with one. If you buy certain little camera accessories, normally they come with at least one of these little cloths, and they are essential because
they are so essential.
It's literally almost impossible to properly clean a lens with anything else. A very essential little thing to have in your camera gear kit. This next item is probably more essential if you're a video person, you do filmmaking and stuff, and that is an ND filter. I really don't want to drop it or smudge it, so I'm not going to take it out. An ND filter, if you don't know, allows you to be able to shoot at the correct shutter speed in bright, harsh light conditions. It's essentially like putting sunglasses on the lens of your camera. We have this filter with us at all times, and if we're shooting in harsh conditions, we'll whip it on and be able to keep our shutter speed at double our frame rate, and that allows us to get that cinematic look with our videos. I feel like I'm definitely gonna drop this.
Please don't.
The one we have is actually a JJC filter, and it comes in this little case, which is very useful because you don't want these just floating about in your bag because they'll just get all smudgy and scratched and stuff. Some of these items are linked in the description, by the way, and they are affiliate links, just to let you know if any of you are interested in buying them. But another essential item, also useful for photo if you're going to be doing slow shutter photos and that, unless it's nighttime. But yeah, mainly for the filmmakers out there.
And a good little tip for that is we also have these little step up rings, as they're called, and basically means that you can use the one ND filter with all your lenses.
Yeah.
So if you have different sized lenses, you can use these to fit the ND filter onto the end of any lens. Basically, you buy the ND filter to fit your biggest lens, and then you can use these little step things to make it fit all the other lenses, which is like so good.
The next item is actually something very similar. It's another filter. This time it is a polarizing filter, which is more for the photography people out there. If you need to take photos of water and stuff and there's harsh like glare from the sun coming off it, or if you're taking photos through like a car window or coffee
like
shop windows or something,
stuff like that.
it can take away a lot of the reflections and allow you to be able to see through and see like the inside of a vehicle if you're taking like car product photos or car product photos.
Yeah,
What do they call them?
car product.
Car photography or yeah, that type of stuff. Very useful. The one that we have is actually a DHG super circular polarizer, and it also has, I think it's two-step of ND in it as well. So we often actually use this over our ND filter because normally we're shooting at like sunrise or sunset when that's all we need.
Yeah.
And then we also have the nice extra effect of bringing out the colors with the polarizer in video, which is also very useful. So another thing we always keep in our bag and use all the time with our cinematic videos and sometimes with our photos.
So obviously when we talk about essentials, we're not talking about a big camera bag full of stuff, full of gear.
True.
These are just little things that you could maybe throw into a small camera bag and you could just take with you, and you have this one bag and it has everything that you need. So obviously we're not going to include like a big tripod because you're obviously not going to carry your big tripod with you everywhere that you go, even though it could be classified as an essential item to have.
It is.
It is. But it's a big item, so sometimes it's good to have a little small tripod, and we have this one. It's the Manfrotto.
Probably Manfrotto, but we normally say Manfrotto.
And we've had this for years. We actually had one similar to this before and then we lost it. That's a whole nother story, but we did replace it and got the exact same one because it's just a good sturdy little tripod, and it even holds the weight of our big camera. So it's really reliable, really sturdy, and sometimes it's just really necessary to have on you just to get certain types of shots.
Going somewhere where it's just not possible to take that much gear, we will take this with us, and if we want to get like say a time lapse or something or a certain shot, we can set it up on this little tripod, and it's just very small, neat,
Handy.
very sturdy. Like the head on it is pretty stiff, so it won't like your camera won't like tilt off it. And if you want to get slow shutter photos at any point, obviously it's limited because you can't get it really high and stuff, but you have to be a bit creative. Maybe sit it on a bin or a rock or something. It depends what you're doing. Time lapse, videoing yourself, whatever it is. We've used this and probably will continue to use it in various random scenarios.
Yep.
What item is this? 4? 5?
I don't know.
The next item. A big essential one for us, probably the most important one. And that is our little Rode Video Micro, our little mic here that we obviously need to do all our videos. We have it with us all the time. Very useful little mic, very small, probably the smallest. I think it is the smallest mic that Rode do. I don't really think there are any smaller mics that are as good a quality as this one. If you do any sort of filmmaking or that, definitely a great little option. Probably the cheapest option too.
I think it was the cheapest, yeah.
But yeah, a lot of other creators we know still to this day use it, and that's kind of all you need.
Okay, so the next thing that we have found very useful in our time is this little thing, and it's called an L bracket. And this allows you to place your camera in a portrait position if you're taking portrait photos or even making portrait video. Maybe you make reels or Instagram reels or TikToks or anything like that. It allows you to take video or take photos in portrait, so you can put it on a tripod. Maybe put it on your little Manfrotto tripod, stick it on here, and then you can turn the angle of your camera and leave it there to take whatever photo or video you need.
Yeah, now obviously when we use this, we use it more on the big tripod, but saying as we said we wouldn't take this, you can still use it on the little Manfrotto like Christina said. So obviously you put it in at the bottom, turn your camera sideways, and then you have a portrait shot, which unless your little tripod head tilts the whole way around.
Yeah, unless it goes like that.
Which won't really work on a small tripod like that because it'll probably fall over. And our main tripod that we use, which we have this camera on, can tilt the whole way down, so it kind of means we don't need this anymore, but our old tripod didn't.
It didn't, right? So we actually used this for a long time.
Yeah. Not as much essential for us anymore, but it was a cheap little item and saves you having to buy a really expensive tripod if that's not something that you think you really need.
Yep.
Item number,
we don't know
no idea what number it is, and it is a quick release plate for your camera strap, your camera bag strap. This is one of those items that, I mean, we would consider essential in certain scenarios. We actually don't use it that often. It's always on the bag, as you may have seen in our videos.
Yeah, you might notice it.
Both of us don't really mind having the camera strap around our neck. The strap we have is quite comfortable. I know a lot of people hate that, and that's why they use these. We don't mind it, and we haven't been doing that many severe hikes where the strap would have really been a problem. Yet, that's right. We have the Ulanzi quick release plate, which, like I said, attaches onto your camera strap, and then you can, with their little mounting plates, just hook your camera on here with no strap or anything, and you can, mainly on hikes and stuff, you don't need to worry about it bouncing around and hitting off your chest, or if you like crouch down or something, your camera just bouncing off.
Yeah, that is quite annoying.
Which really can happen pretty easy. So yeah, these little things are very useful, just quick and easy to just click your camera on and off, and it also makes it more likely you're gonna get a photo and stuff, because if you're one of those people that takes your camera off, doesn't like it around your neck, and puts it in your bag,
right?
You're never gonna take it out. We used to do that, and I was like, I need the camera out, because if you see a photo and you're like, it's all right, you're just not gonna take your camera out. Whereas if it's right there, just pop it off, snap a shot or whatever it is. And
I agree with that.
Very useful little item.
And the last little essential that we have are these little grey cards. Oh, it got stuck. These little grey cards, which you use to set the white balance for your videos or photos or whatever. These are just very handy to have. They literally take up no room whatsoever. Just throw them in your bag. And it's just a very handy and almost, what's the, like, not comforting, but like, you know that it's always gonna look right.
Kind of reliable. It's more likely that you'll be able to get your white balance right if you have these.
Yeah, because then you'll be able to say to your camera, hey, this is white.
Yeah, so obviously, like, if you're watching any of our photo vlogs and we have shots, like, throughout a day or in a different area, lots of different angles and different spots, sometimes we'll just hold, if we remember. We don't always do it, but we try to keep these in. Normally, I try to keep them in my pocket, and then if I notice that we're in quite a different location, I'll maybe just hold them out for a sec if Christina's getting a shot, and just from time to time, and it means that we can go back to that shot and check what the white balance is and then kind of match the rest.
Yeah.
Normally the camera's pretty good, but sometimes you can be way off, and it's nice just to have these in case.
Yep. So that's it. Another thing we could have included in this list is the lens hood, just the lens hood, is a lens hood for your lens. We did use one, actually we never took our lens hood off on our old camera, which is the Sony. We don't actually have one yet for the Fuji, but we do still use it on our old camera, and it can be a useful thing to have to kind of stop glare in your shots or in your photos. So if that's something that you might need, then yeah,
it totally depends what type of shots and stuff you're doing, but like we said, we haven't used it on our little camera at all. We just kind of avoid the lens flares hitting the lens and stuff. So yeah, we've got away with it, but a nice thing to have at certain times. But anyway, hopefully that was informative in some way or other. Maybe you didn't know about a few of those items, maybe you have them all, but yeah, we just thought we would mention it because somebody actually asked, and we think videos like this can be helpful. We've watched a few people's like this before and just thought, oh, that's actually something we should probably have too in our kit.
And usually if one person wants to know it, then there's probably a lot more people that want to know it too. So hopefully you find this helpful or informative. We will link everything that we've discussed in the description below. So if you want to check out any of the items, then feel free to do so.
The video that we were supposed to do will be coming soon, and hopefully a little trip as well. So we'll hopefully do a little POV and maybe a photo vlog or some cinematic stuff as well down there. So yeah, look forward to that one. If this one was helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing too. We're just over 1,000 and we're on the way to, do you say 2 or 1,500?
2,000, I don't know.
On the way there. There will be a live stream coming soon, like we said as well, but we'll keep you posted on that one. As we always say, take it easy.
Don't be a stranger. Bye.
See ya.
Hey, why? Oh. I thought you meant all those things one by one.
Oh, dearie me.